Welcome to another big material testing video. A few months ago I was in a conversation with Matterhackers with some other project not related to filaments, and they asked me, by the way, if I want to test their filaments, and I said yes, because several times I got a request to test their filaments, but it is not easy to buy them here in Europe because they are located in the United States. And I thought they would send me 2 or 3 filaments. I left them the choice, and a few weeks later I got a box full of filaments. So these are PLA filaments, mostly aesthetic, but these two I want to do some more mechanical testing too. Tough PLA and regular PLA, so I want to see what is the difference in mechanical properties between them. Then a TPU, a separate video. Then another video, 2 nylon filaments. And a third or fourth video will be the ABS versus ASA. So these PLA filaments are the subject of this video. And with the static filaments, usually I do the layer adhesion test. I'm always curious about it. And I will print some bigger test objects and to see how it looks like. But with these 2 filaments, I already mentioned that I want to do some additional mechanical testing because I'm curious if the Tough PLA is better compared to the regular PLA. For example, is it really tougher? We can see it on the impact test and similar. Looks like most of them are some dual color filaments. For example, this is yellow on one side and blue on the other. Raspberry on one side and blue on the other. This is some kind of tricolor, gold, red and green. Another tricolored, gold, green and black. Translucent red. Tough PLA in gray color. And this is just a regular PLA in black color. These multicolor filaments have different colors in the cross-section, and printed object will have different color on 2 or 3 opposite sides. 4 multicolor filaments are loaded into AMS, the printing will be on Bambu Lab A1, and the hole could be just slightly bigger because they are on the holders but not completely until the end. The layer adhesion test objects are finished and now it's finishing the owl, and this printing will be done with every filament. Blue raspberry, gold red green, gold green black, translucent red, tough PLA and regular PLA. This is yellow blue, but it's more like green, maybe because it is mixed, and I can see the transition is not completely sharp. I'm not sure, maybe it was twisted in extruder, or maybe the cross-section area is not completely constant. This one is raspberry on one side and blue on the other. Gold, red, green, but this is more like pink. Gold, green and black, or more like a gray. Translucent red, and I can almost see the infill lines inside. Tough PLA in gray color. And regular PLA in black color. And now the layer adhesion test with vertically printed test objects. The smallest cross-section area is 4x4 mm. And I was surprised that I can see a big difference between these materials. The weakest are 3-color filaments. And actually last 3 will be the 3 strongest. And the best is the regular PLA. And now some additional mechanical testing with the regular and tough PLA. Tensile test with the horizontally printed test objects, tough PLA. Regular PLA. No big difference between them. And now shear test with horizontally printed test objects. Impact test with a half kilogram hammer. Regular PLA. 0 position. Tough PLA. 0 position of the hammer after breaking the regular PLA, after tough PLA, and measure from the 0 position. Yes, we can see that the tough PLA is really tougher by approximately 56%. 3-point bending test where I will place these loads one by one, and I'm measuring the deformation after 1, 30 and 60 seconds. And this is speed up time-lapse video. I will show you the numbers after this footage. After this test, they are flat again, there is no permanent deformation on them. Smaller numbers are better, and the PLA is slightly better compared to the tough PLA, but the difference is not big, and these values are typical for PLA materials. Torque or twist test with horizontal printed test object. In this test I'm recording the load at 90-degree rotation and the maximal load. And these are very similar numbers. And the deformation is very similar too. All results one more time, and even if these are reduced number of the test objects for the regular and tough PLA, I will add these two lines to the summary table for my Patreon supporters. Just quick conclusions for the end. The permeability of all these filaments is very similar, there is no big difference on the final product. Now this weaker layer adhesion on tricolor filaments, I think that's because they have some silk material in them and not because of three colors. Maybe the gold one makes them weaker, I'm not really sure. About the difference between tough PLA and regular PLA, exactly what I expected, and I experienced this with other materials. They add something to regular PLA and they will make it tougher, but they sacrifice a little bit other properties. And I'm very curious about their ABS and other technical filaments, so if you don't want to miss that video, you should subscribe and click the notification bell button too, just in case, because in most cases my videos are not really recommended by YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching this video and happy printing!